So since he was just here, let's first talk about your new tight end coach. What's he done for you? What kind of influence? What have you gotten out of his coaching so far?
Yeah, Coach Ferris, he's a great coach. Just to have him here, he brings a lot of intensity and passion to the game, and that's really all you can ask for as a player.
How has spring been with you looking like you're the heir apparent to the spot? I mean, after Greg Dulcich decided to go pro, how has it been being in that role?
It's been a blessing, really. Greg Dulcich, he was a great inspiration. He set the tight end standard for each and every one of us, and just to have him come before me and to really set the pace for just the tight end group, it shows just the leadership part that he played that I have to pretty much instill into myself, and to just be a better leader and to surpass the way that he did it here, and just to show these coaches that I also am a good addition to this tight end room. And I have to also take into account that Greg Dulcich, he was also just really a day in and day out hard worker, and I have to implement that into my game.
So you've had kind of up and down since you've been here at UCLA. Came in pretty highly recruited as a high school prospect. Looked really promising initially, and then kind of didn't get a lot of time. What were your thought process going through all of that and brought you to this spot right now?
Yeah, I mean, being a recruit, you just got to expect anything really. And what I expected was to play right away, which I did. Going into my sophomore season, there was a lot of bumps and bruises that kept me back from performing the way I wanted to perform. And just now looking at it, I'm blessed to be at the spot that I am right now, to be able to be a starting tight end and just look forward into the season. And really, just that's what I try to tell my dudes below me: just make sure to stay healthy and just perform the best you can perform at all times.
What's the preparation? What's the mindset been for you individually, knowing that the tight end spot was open and you'd be able to get as many reps as you have?
Really, the mindset doesn't change really since freshman year. Even when I was a freshman, I was still looking to be the starting receiver when I played receiver. Now that it's open, it only intensifies really. But as far as being the tight end now and solidifying my spot as a starting tight end, I just look to lead the way and set a great example for the rest of the tight end room.
What has Coach Kelly said to you over the course of your? You've been here a while.
Yeah.
You've been on the depth chart, and now to persevere. What has he been telling you for the last several years?
Coach Kelly, he's a great coach. Let me start by saying that he's really been the hard just dad figure around here. He's been trying to just lead me through the right direction and just help me become a better person overall, and as well as a great player. What he's been saying is just to keep persevering, as you said, be able to fight through the tough battles, and also just keep my head up even when things are going my way. Because I'm a team player at the end of the day, and even if things aren't going my way, I still gotta look out for the ones around me and just have that mentality that that everyone is still part of this team.
How about the rest of the tight end room? Some of the younger guys. What have you seen from them? And you and David Preby are kind of the veterans.
Yes, David Preby, he's been balling out really. He's been going crazy during spring ball. I think the rest of the tight end group, they've came a long way since winter workouts, and just through the past couple of years, we've all had the opportunity to get better through Coach KB, Coach AB. Their strength program is very, very good here. The coaches are being patient with us, and they know that we're all still learning the playbook. We still got a long way to go.
And with a new position coach, and hearing a new voice in that room, does it maybe kind of reinvigorate things for you a little bit, just knowing things are going to be a little different? And if so, are there any differences that maybe stand out?
It's funny that you say that. Yeah, I mean, Coach Sage, he was a great coach. Good luck to him at Nevada right now. That's where he's at. It was funny because a lot of the tight ends were saying, man, we're going to miss Coach Sage, and just what a wonderful guy he was. And to get Coach Ferris here, he brings a lot of passion in because he's a young, influential person, as you just seen, talk to him. He just brings that drive every single day. When we step in the room, we have this little tight end code call that we say, who's the best? And we say the tight ends, and they say, how are we going to do it? And we say together. So yeah, just having him around and him instilling that hunger and toughness in us, it helps us just to be a better group overall.
Good deal.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
Good job, man. So, talk to us a little bit about kind of playing a new position, when you say.
Yeah, for sure. The flip to the other side. I've been having fun with it. Playing right tackle right now. Just rolling with the punches every day. Just trying to learn as much as I can every day in the meeting room or on the field. And I think it's going pretty well right now.
How did it come about? Did you go to them? Did they come to you?
It was kind of a mutual thing. Coach Kelly asked me, and I actually went home for my grandpa's funeral, and I just asked him if I could have some time to think about it. So I went home, was able to talk with my family and get their opinion. And at the end of the day, it came down to my decision, and I went with it. And yep, here we are.
Did you ever think, when you were playing defensive line, that you might be a better offensive tackle?
You know, I played O-line in high school. You know, sometimes you know, the first couple of years I would think like, oh, maybe give it a try and go to O-line, but never said nothing. But the opportunity presented itself now, so here we are. You know, just full-fledged and just trying to learn every day.
How do you feel you're doing?
You know, like I said, just rolling with the punches every day. Just trying to work my technique and just ask Coach Drev or whether it's the other offensive linemen, just questions throughout the day or during meetings, just to try and get up to speed with them. You know, there's a lot of guys on this O-line that have been here for a while, so they're pretty fluent in with the playbook and whatnot. So, you know, I think I'm doing all right. 9 practices in at this level, I think I'm doing good.
How comfortable are you with the technique? Are you thinking about it? Is it coming natural?
You know, there are plays where I'm thinking, and you know, that's what Coach Drev and the other guys are trying to help me out with, trying not to think, just playing full speed and getting things done.
And with that time on the defensive line, is there anything you can bring over to the offensive line as far as maybe just the way you think about the, you know, what you're doing out there?
Yeah, definitely. You know, just, you know, defense is a reactive game, and so now that I've played defense for a while, like, I can use those tactics on offense to try and set them up and make them show what they want to do before I do something. So, yeah, I've just been trying to figure that all out. I haven't figured it all out yet, but it's coming for sure.
Do you think it's just an experiment? Is there a chance you could go back to defensive line?
Right now I'm locked in at playing O-line and playing tackle, trying to compete for that starting position right now. So I'm locked in right now with O-line. I don't think I'll go back right now.
Have you gotten any advice from some former UCLA offensive tackles, let's say Sean Ryan or Alec Anderson, who have moved on?
You know, they came back, and I was able to talk to them during Pro Day a little bit, and they were just asking me how I feel about everything. And you know, I definitely been looking at their film from the past couple years, and just been trying to see what they do and try to apply it to what I can try to do.
We were speaking to Martin a couple practices ago. Said, you know, a couple of players have said they missed you on that side of the ball. What have the conversations now been like with those members on that?
Oh yeah, I'm an enemy now, but you know, I got nothing but love for those guys, and they always tell me they'll take me back any day. But right now, we're all aligned with it.
So you don't hang with those guys anymore?
Oh,
it's a complete breakup?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Whenever we go down to the locker room, everybody hang out with everybody. Yeah, I love those guys, so everyone's good.
Good deal. Thanks, Tyler.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
See you.
So first off, just really fast, I have to say, you got some advice for Mr. Manoa making that transition from defensive line to offensive line?
I mean, he's, you know, we definitely talk a lot, and it's all about technique, I'd say, and then just getting the knowledge down, really, that playbook. But he's definitely a lot further along than I was in that transition. You know, when I made the change, it was during spring ball, but that got canceled. So I'm really happy that he gets a full spring before fully going into the winter or into the fall. So he'll be just fine. He's really athletic, so it's going to help us for sure.
How do you feel right now about being on offensive line? It's been a few years after that transition. Do you feel you're an offensive lineman?
Yep, definitely. Yeah, I'm very comfortable. I feel like I've grown into it, and I really enjoy playing O-line.
Did you have any consideration, because this will be your super senior year, did you have any consideration about not returning, and what went into that decision to return?
No, I was coming back. I was always going to come back. Last year, early during the season, that's when they informed us that we were going to be granted the 5th year. And Coach Kelly said, we want you guys to come back, and I never thought about leaving.
With getting a new coach, Tim Drevno, how was that? How was that feeling when because he was here the year before?
He was.
So there was some
here.
help in transition.
Yeah, he was always here, and he was always just like another O-line coach, really, with all the knowledge he knows. So his transition was pretty smooth. So it wasn't really anything really changed. So yeah.
How are you physically right now? How much you weigh?
Right now I'm 355. Yeah.
355.
Yeah.
So that's like your sweet spot, pretty much right there, right?
Yeah. Right now, yeah.
And you've been playing mostly left guard.
Yes, sir.
And is that where you've really established some comfort level?
Yeah.
Do you say, and why do you think that is?
I don't know. I think that's where I got put when I first started playing O-line here, and then it just kind of came natural. I feel like as the left guard,
How would you say things are progressing just with the group in general so far this spring?
Definitely getting better every day. We got our 2 tackles are obviously guys that haven't gotten a lot of playing time, so this spring is really big for them. And we're just happy, just coming out here to work every single day and just keep getting better.
And as far as just going up against the defensive, that defensive line, what have you seen out of, say, maybe the Murphy twins and some of the new faces on that side?
Oh yeah, the twins. Yeah, it's funny they put both their lockers right next to me, so you always just hear them talking. They do everything together. Like, they're the definition of twins for sure. And then you see it play out on the field. Like, all their movements and all their techniques is both the same, and they're just, I'm really happy they're on our team. That's for sure. Yeah.
What level do you think this offensive line? Do you think you could play at the same level that this offensive line played at last year? You're replacing 3 guys.
Yeah, most definitely. It's all about getting our technique and just playing to the best of our abilities, and eventually we'll get where we need to be, and Coach Drevno will definitely get us there.
What do you think are some of your biggest challenges? Would you say run blocking, pass blocking? What do you want to work on mostly?
Personally, it's just pass blocking and working twist games. That's something that I struggled with last year, and I feel like that's what I'm really trying to hone in on better during the spring ball. But we started to work on it more in these last few couple practices.
And how do you think you're doing?
I'm doing all right. It's obviously still need to get a lot better, way better at it. I'm starting to understand more like the tips and tails of the twist. It's just more about executing. It's not enough just to know. I have to actually just do it, pass it off and stuff.
What's maybe the most difficult thing about making that transition from defensive line to offensive line? What's maybe the toughest thing to pick up?
I'd say there's just the playbook. D-line, nothing against the boys that play D-line, but, it's see-ball, get ball. Obviously you have to work, pass rush moves and all that, but online it's all about, it's not just power and strength, but you also have to have, angles and understanding angle departures, and you got to go to where the linebackers are going to play based off of the shifts to the tight ends, and then you got to read coverages, safety rotation, linebacker bumps, bossing over. All those different things are things that you don't really think about on defense. On defense you get the tips and tails of maybe the stance of the O-line or the tight ends and the stats of where they run heavy to. But O-line you really got to actually look past. You got 3 levels: D-line, the mids for the backers and safety, and I didn't think you actually had to pay attention. I thought you just go out there, run a play, and block the D-line. And then I got there and I noticed, all of a sudden, they're you got to look at the safeties off the hash. And then you got the rotation from the corner. I'm I think it's going to help me out with Madden. But, yeah, that's definitely, I think, the hardest thing for sure.